Okay, let's look at problem number 4, which is the integral, or the one that was presented to me, your numbers may be a little bit different, is 4 times the sine of -1 dx. So really what we have is 4 times the integral of arcsin of x dx. And with this, it did say to use integration by parts. And here's the thing. When we start with the idea of integration by parts, we are looking for a u and a dv. It would make no sense to let dv be the arcsine of x, because we'd have to take the antiderivative of it, and that's the problem we're actually trying to solve. So if we're going to use integration by parts, I'm going to let u equal the arcsine of x, so dv is just dx. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the antiderivative of dv, which would be just x, and I'm going to take the derivative of u, which is that we did on our notes 5.2, which is the, oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank, sorry, which is the 1 over the square root of a minus u, so square root of a squared minus u squared, and then du. So that's what that looks like. So using the integration by parts, if we use integration by parts here to simplify this, this would be uv, so x times the arcsine of x, minus the integral of v du, and I'm going to go ahead and just write it as 1 minus x squared dx. And then I'm going to let u equal 1 minus x squared, because I don't know how to take that antiderivative otherwise. So I'm going to let u equal 1 minus x squared. So du equals negative 2x dx. I don't want that, so I want negative 1/2 du equals x dx. And that I have a clean substitution for. So really this part becomes negative 1/2 the integral of 1 over the square root of u du. We, of course, still have this x arc sine of x in the front, and it was minus that. Yeah, so I have 2 negative signs, so I could make that a positive at this point. I'm going to rethink about this as the integral of u to the negative 1/2. I think it just makes my life a little bit easier to process it that way. So I've got x arcsine of x plus 1/2, the integral of u to the negative 1/2 du. So I'm going to go up a degree. I'm going to divide by that degree, but I already had that 1/2 out front, so these are going to end up canceling anyway. And then I'm going to need to substitute back in my u value. So we would have x times the arcsine of x plus u to the 1/2. Well, u was 1 minus x squared to the 1/2 power plus c. Oh, and the one thing I forgot at this point was this 4 that I pulled out. So I'm just going to put that in front, and it can be in front of all the terms. It can be in front of just the 2 with the variables. So this would be the antiderivative.